thought I'd do a little bit of a day in the life vlog here, as when I asked you guys on my YouTube channel if you want to see more of those seemed to got a decent amount of clicks of yes to. So it is already around noon, so it's about midday, but I am currently editing some videos that I just filmed this morning, and that was pretty much my morning. So my face is probably familiar to you in this current style, but getting some video editing done here or there, and then I have a thing, I want to melt a little bit of wax today so I can use up and re-dye some candles black, which would be nice because the wicks and the ones currently are just like it's a sensitive affair. Like, let me see if I can show this to you. It is, oh. Woo. But like, these candles are just, like, I can't even get to the wick there anymore. It's not a thing that's possible in the slightest. And they're just, it's like so much of the pillar left, and I just, So I want to remelt those down and do that. And I also am thinking about getting stuff together to do a bit of an apartment spell later on in the month as I get closer to go apartment hunting for my new place. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have green candle for money, benefits, all that nice stuff associated. I also want to do, it was mentioned in my favorites video, I want to do my dragon's blood spray, because dragon's blood just kind of oomph up so much different spells, but I love burning the incense. But since I'm trying to focus more on the sprays that I have, I wanted to use that for sure. And then a little creatively, one of the things I got in my stockings during the holiday was just a cute little money coin from my aunt. And since money, good security, all of that is a part of it, I kind of just want to have this as a part of the spell to imbue the good energies with, and then I will eat it, consume it as a kind of like, and now it is in me, and going from there. So I want to come together, write a little spell for that. So I think those will be the things I'm going to use. Green candle, dragon's blood, and a little edible coin for hopefully a little apartment spell to help me acquire the perfect apartment within my price range with all of the things that I want in a fantastic location. All of the things, yes. My mom is absolutely hilarious. So I have seen this thing in our kitchen for like, what? I've seen it for forever. Like, what is it? I've always been like, what are you? Apparently it's for roasting garlic in the oven, or baking garlic, whatever, or. So my mom finally baked a huge elephant clove of garlic. Elephant clove? Yeah? What? That's what the whole thing is? Sure, why not? And the whole kitchen just smells absolutely delicious now, which is dangerous because I'm trying to watch what I eat, but now I just want to like take a bunch of garlic schmear and spread it all over some bread. But kitty. So I thought about taking the candles and like maybe making a solid pillar and not putting them in anything, but I have this, which is like an old pumpkin spice thing from Yankee Candle, and I just kind of want to reuse it so it's not an issue. So I'm going to just plop a wick in here and pour all the new black wax into this one. Of vlogging about what I'm doing with my life and how I'm like dealing with the depth here and stuff. It is actually chilly in Arizona. I am amazed. This is so nice. It's like 30, 45 degrees or something. It's lovely. And so one of the first things that I was doing is I bought this dress. See if I can give you guys a better look. But I bought this dress for my cousin's wedding that's happening in February, about several months ago, because I was like, you know what, I need to start looking for that now. I was being preemptive a bit, which is nice, so I don't have to like put that into my budget as something that I did. So I just excluded it from things I could buy during my depth year. And it was one of the things where I bought it for the wedding, but I haven't really been wearing it as all that much. It's quite poofy, mostly because of just the fact that I was like, no, that's a special occasion dress. And I thought, well, why do things have to be special occasion dresses? Like, why can't I feel into that? I bought it because I wanted something that wasn't all black, but still definitely went with the rest of my wardrobe. I got it from Unique Vintage, if anyone's wondering. They're based out in California. And I liked the whole, like, longer sleeves type of deal, mixed with a longer hemline, and something about, like, a little velvet, a little sparkle, feels a little like it's celebratory and magical, and there's a reason those kind of clothes come out all this time during Christmas and New Year's and during celebrations, because sparkly means celebration. So I like the idea of celebrating more in my life and using my nicer things more, as opposed to always having like, no, my go-tos are my work clothes or the clothes that I'm comfiest in. Like, this is comfy and fancy. Let's do both. So it's the next day. Get this second vlogging. Sun's just coming up. I'm about to go to work. I am a little bit dolled up since I'm trying to feel into the whole new year shiny pretty vibe thing. I've got the same lipstick I've been wearing pretty much non-stop on for a little bit of that orange Power Up magic. I need to look more into, like, I know what red symbolizes, I know what yellow symbolizes, I know what orange is, but like those in between, like more peachy tones, like when the shades start mixing a bit, I'm not too sure about the magical associations on that stuff. Anyway, now it's off to work. A whole new day. I was trying to record a whole week's worth of like my day in the life vlog, and I'm just not been doing it all that well, so but I'm now on my hour lunch break. I had a very big breakfast this morning, which involved like spinach and celery and then a protein shake thing, because I was very weird and decided that all went together. But I'm now very, very full, so I won't be having actual lunch. But I kind of wanted to talk about going through this first week of the new year, 2019, and the depth year, and how I felt a little bit with certain things already, and how certain things I'm really loving about it. So I've been looking a lot at, I bought for 2019 planner that I'm using is the Llewellyn's planetary calendar, because back in 2018 I had the goal of tracking the moon a lot more than I did, and I felt like near different times of 2018 I just totally had no idea. I was like, is it a new moon? Like, I feel like a new moon or a full moon would pop up, like people would be talking about what they did on Instagram or something, and it's like, oh, that was happening, huh? Like, totally like went over my head. And then so I like the fact that I have that planner now. It tracks all the planets, and there's a whole lot of like, this is trine with this planet and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I'm not that up on my astrology yet to like know what to do with all that information, but I now know that, like, okay, coming up is a solar eclipse and a new moon. Like, that's both very interesting to me. So by the time this goes live, it'll be past that, but it's good that I've been tracking that stuff and looking into, I like that part of my planning has been tracking my daily draws. I always write down what I got that day in the planner next to whatever, and then when I finally dive into drawing a rune a day to see what should be thought of during the day, I will also add that in as well. And so far with my depth year, even just being a week freaking in, there's been a lot of me just taking notice of small things, or things I haven't used in a while. A tarot deck that I bought back in June that I have like used for like a month, and then I kind of just put it back in its box and I didn't use it all that much. One, because I feel like the texture of the cards, they kind of stuck together as I was shuffling them, and it just irritated me a little bit. But the imagery was so beautiful and gorgeous, and it really did open my eyes up to a whole different way of looking at the cards, because it was mostly floral things, so there wasn't a lot of like persona, like pictures of people or of a whole like event happening. It was just one flower mix or twist with vines or bones or something like that. Like it didn't give me an immediate thing to draw on, I guess. And so it was very interesting, that concept, and I kind of like put it away because I was like almost unprepared for that, and then suddenly I'm like, no, but I have this deck here, I should use it more. There's also a lot of different beauty supplies, small things, like there's a lot of candles that I kind of just like kind of burned down. I thought, oh, I'll get to it, I'll make wax. And earlier this week I was like, no, I'll melt them all down and make brand new candles. And then I immediately used them to help bring in the new year with good vibes. I'm lighting a lot more candles in the morning, making sure that I do a little bit of morning, I don't know, meditation, I guess, or just like a little bit of honoring on my altar with my deities. It's kind of just an acknowledgement of like, hi, it's today, thank you for being here, let's hope that this brings good energies and all that stuff. So that's been great so far. And then in other respects too, it's kind of hard because I feel the urge to not spend money, but then someone will recommend a book to me, or someone will recommend something else on Twitter, or you know, someone will bring up, oh, have you checked out this thing over here? And I'm feeling a little bit of the, oh, I want to dive into all this new information, but I told myself no. I told myself that the whole point of the depth year, for me at least, in my depth year, wasn't supposed to be just a diving into my things, which I find a lot easier to do, but that the information, I should also re-look at some of the information that I have already taken in. One of the things I really want to do is I really want to reread Big Magic, because I remember that having a lot of really tasty bits of information about creativity and would help me remember to be a little more playful with my creativity, so I don't get too like structured and get the stuff done and then go overwhelmed and then stuff doesn't work out as well as I want it to this year. And I'll have another crash point sometime in July when I've already overwhelmed myself like I did back in 2018, trying to avoid that. So I'm hoping to read some books that aren't so much about the go, 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 and more about the balance of life and how creativity is an ongoing thing. And it's not just completing a project, completing a project, completing a project, but it's also just spending time in the creation of something and finding the value in that. So I think that's really good. I also have just been trying to come up with different video ideas a lot today because it's pretty slow at work, so I've been like jotting down notes for some of my personal projects on the side. And it's interesting how my word of the year is vulnerability, and how odd it is to be quote unquote attempting to expose more parts of myself online and then with other people. It's interesting where I've caught myself already, like a week in, a couple of times, feeling the urge to curtail an opinion or curtail thoughts on something, and wrestling with myself a little bit about not wanting to expose too much of myself. But the whole point of me taking on the word vulnerable was the fact that, yeah, exposing yourself and stating your opinion is vulnerable. It is, you know, being strong and being assertive, but it also opens you up, because if you're stating your real opinion, then when someone critiques it, then it hurts a little bit more, you know, it opens you up for a little more oof, like that. That was a little bit of a poke, but okay. I've been struggling with that a little bit this week, but mostly I kind of like the depth year already. I mean, it's a weekend, it's not even all that crazy, but I wanted to check in a little bit as the week went on, as well as have my monthly check-ins at the end of each month, because it's kind of, I don't know, though I like watching people's lives, and I'm hoping people seem to like my vlogs as well. And that was one of, I did a little survey on YouTube, that was one of the most requested things on there, next to just keep the content coming, was people wanted a little more vlog, day in the life stuff, as I just sit in my car and talk and eat food and go to work and do random things. Yeah, so far I'm loving daily planetary book. I like that I'm keeping track of stuff. I also really am leaning into the balance things that I was to work so hard on to cultivate in 2018. So like, I'm trying my hardest not to go like full crazy, you know, strict with my schedule, not allow myself any quote unquote playful or relaxed fun time or things that are too crazy. Like, I'm hoping that I'm going to just chill on, you know, go, which I've like felt the urge to do already several times, but I've like gotten major to-do list stuff done. I've broken down a lot of like going through my things and finding the value in the good stuff and getting rid of the old stuff in very small little baby steps. So like, I had a basket of stuff again by my altar that I just hadn't gone through in a while, and I had thrown bills in there, and I had thrown like random papers and notes, and I actually had my planetary planner in there because I had bought it a while ago for this next upcoming year, so I had to dig through it to find it, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. This first thing on my list is to get rid of this basket and just bye-bye. So I did that, and then I have a chest full of all my art supplies and old pieces of art that I've done, so I need to go through that. That's on today's list, is to get rid of half of the stuff in it, and I'll go through the other half tomorrow, you know, baby steps like this. And then I spent other times, you know, just watching a couple of fun movies with my mom and going through small, like, I did a little bit of like a to-do checklist of like what I want to get done for the week, but then I allowed myself to have like a little bit of delicious Indian food. We ordered in and we made the plans to like go to the grocery store and get all our food together to meal prep and to eat healthier and all that. But it's nice to know, okay, no, we are doing the things and planning the things and being good about our steps, but we're allowing ourselves that breathing room each and every day. I'm not going to say that like, oh, well, my cheat day is once a week with, you know, being able to play video games all day or watch a fun movie or just sit on the couch and like grub out or watch a bunch of YouTube videos that don't mean anything. No, I'm giving myself every single day I get a little bit out of, and I'm not gonna let myself feel guilty about it, because each day I'm getting to live life and have a fun, playful moment and enjoy that and soak it in, as opposed to worrying about the next thing I should have done, or that I could have used that time to do something else, or I could have used that time to prepare for the next day or whatever else, right? It is now Saturday. I just woke up. I'm having a little bit of yummy coffee in a little Pooh Bear mug. I've got a little spell candle going. But at the end of Thursday, I didn't really get much done, but I went to the gym, so that felt very productive. I haven't gone to the gym in months, so I kind of let all my other productivity stuff go to the wayside. And like I said before, I'm trying to still maintain the balance where I don't become a huge workaholic type of deal, but the guilt is definitely still on me a bit. I feel the need to like get all the stuff done or whatever and be productive and all that. But I'm happy that during the week when I have a 9-to-5 job, instead of being overwhelmed by all the stuff that I need to do outside of that, I'm actually taking time to just chill out and relax a bit and, you know, spend time with my family and all that, especially since I won't be living with them for much longer. And they're already doing the, oh, you're moving and leaving us, starting to talk, so at the same time lecturing me that I'm not getting enough stuff done because I haven't started packing or anything yet. But I want to make sure I declutter everything before I pack, so that I know that what I'm actually taking with me is stuff that I really want and love, and it's not a whole bunch of excess and whatever, right? I decluttered a basket full of paperwork already, and then I need to go through my huge art chest, which was supposed to happen Thursday and didn't, now should. I'm also going through, I'm helping my mom go through her storage unit where some of my stuff is currently stored, just because there's certain big furniture pieces that couldn't stay in her house. So there's a couple of things that I need to just like go through and be like, yes, no, yes, that needs to be sold, etc. and so forth, and go from there. But it's so far pretty a mellow week, which I expected it to be. I didn't expect this vlog to be anything super crazy or anything, just kind of me talking about my thoughts as I'm trying to go into the year with this new mindset. I'm definitely like, I said on my Twitter that I was going through all my mom's makeup, helping her throw away all the stuff that was like expired. She had way too many things. And then I was going through my makeup and realized, oh my god, I have a bunch of things that are also expired. Like, it's not even I need to use this stuff, it's like I shouldn't, that's probably dangerous to put on my face. And then on top of that, I also found a whole bunch of old like nail polishes that I just haven't used in forever, and they're all just like slight variations of what the thing I already like. So clearly I'm like, I love those like muddied gray, almost like this one has like a little bit of a red tint, hopefully you guys can see that in it, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer, so that's on my nails right now, trying that out, see if I like it. And yeah, there's just a lot of things like that where I'm just kind of like rediscovering the items that I have as I go through stuff and declutter and mellow back in. Mostly I'm just really diving back into my candle magic at the moment. I love just having to set an intention as I like take in my morning or do a thing, and I'll just light a candle and then just have it burn until the candle's gone as I move throughout my day. I used to do that a lot at my start of my craft, and then I used to just have a very like, no, when the candle is out, done, like the spell is done, I won't go out and do things. I like, you'll snuff it out or do something else, and that seemed to like end the spell very well. But I like the idea of like the spell continuing and gathering energy even as I'm moving throughout it. It's still acting even if I'm not present, and it somehow like shifts my mindset to the idea that the universe could be acting even if I'm not actively putting forth my intention, that type of deal or anything like that. But yeah, that pretty much concludes this week-ish vlog of my life as I start out my depth year. Comment down below, how are you guys doing with your first depth year? Did you make a whole bunch of like weird panic purchases? If you're trying to like limit your spending before it started, have you already felt the urge to, you know, dive into new things and all of that, or are you refinding a lot of joy and stuff in all the old things that you're rediscovering on your journey? Anyway, I make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys next time. Also, new podcasts go live every single Wednesday. See you then.